motion.
I just wanna,
You
just
don't
ask.
have to get a, electoral vote?
No, not this one.
I was gonna say, you need to lower it a little bit.
I do, I know, I can have reach.
Uh-oh, I'm late, I better hurry up. They'll dock me.
That's right.
There goes my paycheck. I just lost it all. How are you?
Good, yourself?
Good, thank you. You didn't hear from him? Well, I guess we have to start then, don't we? Okay, meeting will now come, you ready, Ron?
Yes, sir.
Meeting will now come to order, we'll all stand and say the pledge of allegiance, please. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay. All right, this is, why don't you make a motion right now? Did you read in the minutes?
Yeah, I was fine with all the minutes. I'll make a motion that we accept the minutes,
As
the
written?
regular minutes,
Mhm.
as written for August 20th, 2013.
Yeah. I'll second it, I guess, since there's nobody else here. And all in favor?
Aye.
Okay, the minutes from August 20th is accepted as written and no errors or omissions. Okay, the next case, Mr. and Mrs. Card. You ready?
Ready.
You are? Who's the spokesman?
This young lady right here.
She has been for the last
She's
how
been
many
the
years?
boss for 48 years, why should it change?
She's been married 48 years?
Yeah.
Wow. It's almost as long as me. All right, what do you got, Pat?
What I have here is a map of a piece of property that we own up on,
By the cemetery?
yep,
How did I know that?
it's not,
He is.
There's a
I
road,
know.
there's a road that goes up through there. That's what you're gonna ask about the road, right?
yes, I
It's a
am.
different road,
Huh?
not the one that goes up from Pleasant Street
What's
on the backside.
No, off of what street?
Is it Pleasant Street where the cemetery is?
No,
No,
Oh.
not Pleasant Street, not in Ipswich. No, that's Main Street.
Main Street, all right, there's a road that goes up, right away up through there.
There is.
The one we're talking about is over.
Comes
there.
up off of the other side over by,
It goes right up over that hill,
not the
beyond-
old county road.
right beside the cemetery.
Yeah,
No, is this
that's
the,
the one I'm talking about.
Yeah, but this is,
In
what we're
between,
here for is the road up on the backside, I believe.
no, is
up
this,
by, actually it's up by Brandon Packles, it used to belong to Stanley Maynard.
yes,
You didn't buy it from him, you got it from who, Hazel?
Hazel.
Okay.
no, this is the central cemetery, right?
Yes,
The one with the pond.
all right, this is, you know where, Walsh Road is?
I'm trying to, where's Main Street with
Walsh
this
Road
map?
is off Ashby Road, that's the way you want it, you're asking about coming in from off of Walsh Road?
right, this is, and this here, I believe, is Walsh Road,
Well, they used to call it Cook Road. Yeah,
Right.
That's another name for it.
I-
And that was the one that went out to Malthouse.
I actually don't know where I am right now.
okay, Main Street is over here.
Okay.
As it comes up
Okay.
this way,
So we're looking at the back of the cemetery.
yes,
Okay,
the cemetery is down
Town of New Ipswich Center Cemetery.
There we go.
Okay. So,
She's talking about coming from this side here.
Rick,
Malt
yeah.
House is here, you know where Malt House
yeah,
is?
I know where Malt House is, it's like a cul-de-sac, it goes and circles
All right,
around.
now what you're saying is it comes up here and joins Malt House in some place, is that your feeling, or not?
No, what I'm looking at here is Old Malt House Road.
Yeah, this was,
This is New Malt House Road, if you will.
that
Okay.
was done by Moran, or what was the name of that outfit, the Envar Group that
Okay.
did that subdivision up there with all the houses on Pahiy's land.
Right.
Okay, Brandon lives over here, saying, yeah, Perry made it, Barrett Estate, and that used to be Urbanowski's over there, we don't care about that, you're interested in this right here?
I'm interested in Old Malt House Road.
Okay,
On there one time, I think it used to be a Class 6 road.
it's an old county road, right?
Oh,
I
right.
think it was, but so many of them, I can't keep track.
Okay, you know where Phil Thayer lives?
Yeah, where the wood,
Yep.
Okay.
This is his land right here, the back of his
okay,
land. Main Street comes around here.
alright,
And then up
yep.
Ashby Road to Walsh Road. You following me?
No, because I thought Main Street would be down here.
Hmm? No,
This,
this is not Main Street.
I know Davis, I know where Davis Village Road is.
Yeah,
And then you come down, and then you have Ashby Road, and Malt House Road is off.
the old
Ash-
malt house is in there, yeah.
No,
Yeah.
regular Malt, this is,
That's a new one, that's right.
right, so that's off Ashby.
Then this road comes up through there, it was an old county road, whatever you wanna call it.
So basically-
It comes through there and comes down over the
So
hill.
this would be across the street from Ashby. See, this is where I'm having a problem, I understand where Phil Thayer's house is.
Okay, and then, well, do you know anybody
I
that
mean-
lives up there?
I know someone that lives on, I know a couple people who live on Malt House, but I just, this pat's throwing me for a
That's
loop.
over here.
Yeah,
And that-
I guess-
That goes down through and comes down by the cemetery.
I guess I confused, because I call this Main Street. It's actually Ashby Road.
okay,
And off of Ashby,
That one is, yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
and off of Ashby Road is Walsh Road,
okay,
okay? Are you with me? Phil?
When you go up past the church,
okay, so.
right, round the corner,
Okay,
yep,
let's say you go past the Congregational Church, you come out, you have Thayer's Wood
Right
on
here.
the side, you take the right, and there's the church right there, and you're going up the
out
hill.
up the hill.
Okay,
See this here, that's theirs,
okay,
all right? Keep going in, as if you're going to the Four Corners, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because Durfee's used to be down from there.
yeah,
And
so,
then there was that Preston place,
yeah,
but you don't remember them.
so basically, when you come over here, now you're into Ashby Road.
As you're coming up,
Yeah.
yeah, as you're coming up here.
Yep,
And then, Walsh Road, if you takes a left off Walsh Road, take a left off of Ashby Road, and it turns into Walsh Road.
okay,
Yeah, that goes up by Brandon.
Yes.
And we still have you lost?
yeah, this map's really, it's throwing me for a loop.
Let's see if I can show you
Yeah.
over here.
This, because it,
Okay, let's see. Where's,
Ashby Road, there's Malt House, there's Ash Lawn.
okay, now,
You probably don't
Right,
have
I
that.
see Walsh, okay, I know where that turn is too, I know where Walsh is.
there we are,
Alright.
and it's right here.
Yep, okay, so, and suppose, there was a class 6 road that went here at one time?
What, up through there? Yeah.
Right through here.
Okay,
It shows it on the drawing.
yeah, no, and I see that, now I understand, this makes it so much easier. Alright, so.
It's too many of them, that's the
Yeah.
problem.
No, and that's the whole thing, it doesn't show it there, but now, with this lot being where it is,
See, this land here is the land that she's talking about. You own that now, right? All of this land that was.
and this is landlocked?
Yeah,
Not
basically.
quite, no.
Oh, okay,
Well, coming from the cemetery side,
Cemetery's way over here.
right,
yeah,
And then
there's a
Hazel,
couple of stone walls here,
yeah.
yeah,
but there isn't much space between them for one thing, and it's almost impossible to get to the land, because it almost goes straight uphill.
yeah.
That's why we're.
Okay, that's why you got the slope there.
Yeah.
See, they go way over like this,
Yeah,
and it comes up in through there, apparently. goes way up through the Malt House Road. You own all the way almost up there to Malt House anyway.
Yes.
Yes.
This one. Were you looking for what, an access
I'm looking, yes, on all.
off of here?
No, we've got a small access here, as you can see, and it's a narrow one.
Okay, that's in there.
But what
It's
I'm
right in the
looking
corner.
for is this road here to be recognized.
You done any research on it?
No, I tried, I can't find anything on it.
Probably
And
not.
actually, the town maps don't have anything.
Probably not by that name. You didn't find Cook Road either, right?
How many,
Hmm?
how many feet of frontage is on this road?
780?
So,
Okay.
right there.
So basically, are you looking for that just for, are you gonna subdivide this, or?
We are not,
Okay.
at this point.
We just wanna make it more presentable to somebody that might buy it.
Okay.
We're looking to sell, possibly.
Okay.
If I had my way, I'd develop, but
You
that's
would?
another argument.
You
Yes,
wouldn't
I'd
do
love
that
to.
with, no, Dean, you'd never do that.
I'd love to.
Would you?
Yep.
I wouldn't, I'm too old.
Hazel did that in 66? That doesn't sound like the right year.
John Preston did this in 77 here.
Yeah, I know it, but I don't think Hazel did that, deeded that, Balch Memorial land to the town at that time.
No, it was quite
Yeah, I
a,
didn't
quite a
think
few
so
years
either.
later.
He wrote the town of Northwood, somebody did, I guess it was John, I don't know. This plan was by John, unfortunately, he's no longer with us. He did in 65. I wonder if he got the years right. 'Cause he did his tax maps at the same time he was doing tax maps at the same time he was doing surveying and stuff. That's what, it took 4 years. Okay, now you know where you are?
Yeah, I understand.
So what you're looking for is, some
To
sort of
upgrade
a,
that road,
huh?
to upgrade that road.
You're gonna upgrade it?
Well, we're looking for permission to upgrade it, cause I think it's a class 6 now.
Alright, in the meantime,
Right.
it would be either class 6 or abandoned, depending if the town had taken any action, which I don't know about, because it would have been a long time before me. You go through all the, you go to the, registry of deeds and all that?
No. I did not.
Did you come up here and go through the cards that are in there?
I did,
Okay.
and
That didn't help you at all?
no,
You didn't find any reference to Old Malt House Road anyplace, huh?
I only found a reference in one of the old, town histories.
Yeah, but was there a year with it?
I'd have to double check.
No.
But I could double check on the cards and
Hey,
everything
how
else.
you doing? Good.
Alright, so you go right by Thiel's land, which used to be Old Larson's.
Mhm.
That's on the other side here. Have you talked to any of these other people, or Philip there, or anybody about this?
We talked to Phil, and he didn't seem to know a lot about it. I have not
Well, he
talked,
probably doesn't either.
we haven't talked to Brandon at all.
Been a long time since anybody went. Brandon? Yeah. He'd be a good one to talk to, I suppose, too.
What information would you like us to gather?
Well, I guess the thing you're gonna have to do is find out whether it was abandoned or whatever it was, 'cause we can't just sit here and arbitrarily say that
Right,
it's
I
a
understand.
class 6 road. We couldn't say class 5 anyway, because be even rough saying class 6 perhaps. I don't know, there had to be, could have been some sort of a vote at some particular, you said you went through the histories or the town reports and all that stuff?
I didn't go through the town reports. I went through a couple of the histories, town
Yeah.
histories.
Okay. That may not have it in there.
The 2 stone walls are still there.
Yeah, that's a good sign. That tells you that there definitely was a road there, no matter what the name was.
Yeah.
Nobody's ruined them and destroyed them, thank
Now they
goodness.
look pretty good.
Good. I think what you're gonna have to do is do some more research. Then you're gonna probably have to figure out what you're gonna do as far as, if it's still a class 6 road, that means that you couldn't subdivide this probably on this piece of land, because it, according to subdivision regulations, it's gotta be class 5, which means it's gotta be paved and 20 feet wide and all that stuff. Which you're probably aware of anyway. You'd have to have a extension, cause it doesn't look like that extended to that, well, they may have. Maybe when INVAD did it, David Cotson, you remember? You remember the old road in there when you guys did that,
Malthouse Road?
when INVAD did it? You were part of INVAD, weren't you?
Yes.
Of course you were. You thought I forgot, huh?
Yeah, I thought you did.
No, I didn't.
That was a long time ago.
It was. Quite a
No,
while.
I don't remember.
19, yeah. You don't remember anything in that, so you didn't have anything to do with it as far as, who did that surveying and all that? Was it William Moran?
Meridian.
Meridian did it? Why, your brother-in-law was already retired by then? Was he? Oh,
Yes, he sold his business.
Jack Kelly.
Yes,
He don't own it anymore, does he?
Jack Kelly retired.
Yeah, okay. We're all
But
retired.
they, I'm sure they
Right.
have all the,
I
we have a
wonder-
lot of maps,
I wonder if
all
they
that.
would've had any information on that and.
But see, I think the
Already.
road you're talking about
Huh?
is
What?
more toward,
More to what?
Walsh's Road, isn't it?
Pretty close to Walter's Road.
Yeah, I don't know if it was,
It has to, because Brandon Packler and Perry Maynard had a subdivision, not subdivision, for extension of Walsh Road way back in 19, whatever year it was. We held a layout on a Saturday morning, I remember that much, in the old town office. What year it was, I don't know, but.
see, I think that old road was more toward Walsh Road than that.
Yeah, but it doesn't appear
No.
that way here, I guess.
No,
Cause I thought at first she was talking about going off Walsh Road and coming down over, but that one comes down, I don't think it comes right down by the cemetery, does it? That's way over here,
This is the road that comes in now.
Walsh Memorial and Central Cemetery are over
This-
here.
This road comes in like this is the road we're talking, it comes off from this, where this corner goes.
yeah.
This is the road we're talking about.
That's not the one that goes by the cemetery though, this one, Old
No.
Malthouse Road. There is, don't you have a, what do you got, just a right of way that
Anyway,
goes
this
up
is
through
what we're
there?
talking
No,
about.
it's
Operating that
Falls
road.
Lane,
Yeah.
this is,
Huh?
We can't get up
it's
there.
a part of it, it's about an acre.
That's
Falls
Yeah,
basically.
but I thought
No,
there's,
it's
isn't there
such
an
a
old
steep
road that
incline
goes up
too.
through there and comes out up there?
Yeah, it does.
Basically,
somewhere.
what we're, basically what we're looking for is to.
I don't think it comes out by Brandweed.
Get,
No, it comes out, I believe it's on
Well,
Green
Lane.
Street. Welch Lane.
we wanna make sure that
So it accesses,
They
this
can
one,
get in.
this is Main Street,
Yes,
so it accesses this corner,
Right to there.
right, and that's the road that we travel up the cemetery,
to
Oh,
just
come
get,
up
and
to
see.
get to the land
Yeah,
from there,
I'll
you know?
dig 'em
and
Okay.
you can see where the road,
Oh,
will
okay.
your
Yeah.
crosses over
Yeah,
property.
from the cemetery.
Yep.
Some of that on it.
Yeah, it does,
Excuse me
it's
for
pretty
just a
close in
minute.
there in places.
George,
What?
David said that his wife would have quite a bit of information possibly on this,
She does?
and
We got all our old subdivision maps. That
From
will
where?
probably show
From
some of
Inver?
this.
You mean from in there?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I
Joanne?
didn't realize it was that close to Malthouse Road. So if it is, I'll have her dig all that stuff out and.
Well,
bring
it goes
down.
way up in the, by Thayer's,
Hmm.
yeah.
Philip Thayer, Philip C.
Yeah, something
The third now, that was Philip C. Junior, or was it?
That's what we-
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
Walter Thayer, originally. Remember Grandpa Thayer, David? Yeah, you
Yes, I
remember.
do.
Yeah, live next door.
I'll be right back.
You didn't buy that house from them, no, you bought it from Hazel, who'd you buy it from, Hazel, your house?
Dig that out.
Hazel,
Or
it
is
just
anything
sold.
on there?
like that. One of these.
No, I
The best thing that ever happened in the Ipswich Lawn,
But there's no more.
she's a blessing. It's unfortunate. She had so much history in her head, I don't know, she could tell you all about this. She can't now, unfortunately, but she could at the time, I'll tell you. Stuff she had. Wow.
Yeah, Hazel was,
Hmm?
Hazel,
All you had to do is sit down and talk to her and you got an education. I can tell you that. All right, so you're gonna have to do some more research. He said his rights away in Baltimore, that's over here, cannot be determined until deed from more to town in Ipswich. He says that was 66. Wonder why.
I didn't think it was that long ago.
It wasn't, I was a selectman, and I wasn't a selectman in 66. But she may have,
Did she deed two pieces?
that's what I'm wondering, she could have. I wasn't aware that she did, but she may have been involved in that second part of Central there. No, I don't think so. No, it's too old. It goes back to 1800s, it couldn't have, unless it's on the right-hand side only.
Unless it was she deeded the right of way?
It's possible. But I know when the Walsh part of, Walsh part of the cemetery was done. See, that's the problem, people don't realize that it was Hazel Balch who did a lot of that stuff before she married Dr. Moore, but, so they forgot that she was a Balch from way down on that Ashby Road years ago, in the old mills.
Right.
What do you think?
I need more information.
There is.
No, I understand that.
We can't,
I also have a planning board meeting tomorrow night,
yeah,
so I'll ask some questions, but
most people that are on that planning board aren't gonna remember Hazel Balch Moore.
No.
Some will, Joanne will, but
no.
they won't remember
But I
anything
mean-
about Stanley Maynard or any of those guys. S. Perry Maynard. Yep, he had to do that in order to sell that land of Brandon, he had to get a extension on that road up there. I remember doing it, laid it out. A long time ago. Too long, I guess. Hazel Moore to South and Husband. Gillian, Johnny Gillian, he had land in New Ipswich? I don't remember that. You remember him, David?
Yes, I do.
Wow, it must be the same one. He lived in Greenville. Had a store down there. Used to go to a store, right, David?
Five and dime, right?
Yep, he did. When there was a 5 and 10
I'm
cent
almost,
store. in
I'm almost
Greenville.
as old as you, George.
Yeah, you're just a little bit older,
What do you mean?
just a little. Sylvia Durfee, who remembers her?
I remember.
She was a historian too. She used to run the Historical Society.
That's right.
Yeah, see?
So what kind of information would you like?
Would we like, all right, I guess the question remains, your plans are to upgrade the road, that's what you're looking for?
We're looking for we probably won't upgrade it, but we're looking for the potential of upgrading it.
Well, you'd have to have all the requirements then to upgrade the road to make it class 5 and all, if anybody's gonna do any kind of a subdivision in here, there isn't any other access or frontage that I can see that wouldn't, there's none on this,
No, there
none
isn't any.
here.
That's,
It would just be here, that would be it, and that would be 780, what's that good for 3 houses?
Yeah, it's
Unless you did back lots, you can do
Yeah.
back lots in there.
yeah, you can.
It's 32 acres? Yeah. But that's what you would have to do with it. They'd have to
Well-
upgrade it.
to a class 5.
Yeah, then you could build a class 5 road off the other road.
Off here,
Yeah, well, what I'm
or
saying.
you'd have to go to here anyway.
Yeah, but what I'm saying, once this is a class 5, couldn't you just build a class 5 down,
Yeah, you can.
and then you could have
You could.
lots off the sides?
It'd still be a private road until
Yeah,
some action by the town,
if the town takes action.
if they got enough. There's only 300 feet of frontage over here. I mean, area there, wouldn't be frontage, cause this would be a frontage on the town.
I don't know how, I know you said it's steep here,
Mhm.
but then it flattens out.
Yes.
There was,
And
flattens
then-
out.
And then wetlands.
there's probably some hills up there, right?
Yeah, it's,
It's hills, but I don't, I don't believe there are too many wetlands in there.
I don't think.
No, I wouldn't
I
think
don't
so
think
either.
there is either, actually.
No, thinking of where that property is.
Mm. Right there by Philip C. Thayer's. Isn't that something? Amazing. I never realized that there was an old malt house road. Is that where you guys get the name from here? And you just shortened it to Malt House?
Malt House Road, yeah.
I wasn't really involved in that subdivision except in the beginning, I don't think.
That's why we named it that, cause it was, at one time, there was a Malt House Road in there.
That was, what year was it, 80 what?
Probably 88, 89.
That's what I thought. Somewhere in that area. I don't, no, it wasn't 90.
No, it was before that.
Long
Yeah.
House Road was
Right,
here
so-
before I was here,
That's interesting.
that subdivision.
If you like history, anybody likes history, there's a good research project. History of New Ipswich. Find out about Old Mall House Road. Then you'd have to, naturally, you're on a butter over here, it's not Thiel anymore, is it? No, it's not Thiel. This side here, you wouldn't care, cause you're the abutter, so
Right.
you probably have to
I
talk
can't
to
remember
them.
who's the abutter there.
What, that owns Ray Thiel's?
Mm-hmm.
Ray Thiel's. Used to be old Larson's, they subdivided it. I don't know how this came up, Thiel, but it did. Formerly K-U-R-T-T-I. How do you say that in Finnish, Michael?
What is it?
Dirty? I don't know.
KU,
K-U-R-T-T-I. You know? You never heard that name? You're Finnish. Tell us.
I know, it's been a lot of names.
I never heard of it.
I'm only half, so,
It's an odd
that's the
name?
half I don't know.
You're not only half, aren't you full? You're only half
See?
in?
Yeah, we're
Each-
full.
Yeah, so, we each
The
missed
two of
that
yous
half.
together will make a whole one, huh?
Yeah, I'm half done.
Do you want that map?
You might want it.
Do you want
Yeah, actually, if you, it's I would keep it.
it? You got another one of these?
Yeah.
Oh, you do?
Oh, yeah.
Well, you keep it. It's a good rainy day project for
Oh, I know.
somebody. Okay,
All right,
so,
So we gotta do some research.
you said you didn't go to the registry of deeds, or you did?
No.
You can get to all the volume, unless you got them. You got all the volume and page numbers and all that?
I have most of them, yes.
I'm still
If you
working,
don't-
George, she has to do that during the day.
That's right, you still work down in Massachusetts, don't you?
Yeah.
Joanne should have all that anyway on the cards in there. You haven't talked to her at all, you said? Oh, you did?
Not lately. I talked to her about a year and a half ago
Oh,
and then kind of dropped it, but yeah, I'll stop in to see Joanne.
I think that would be your best to start there and then work from there and go to the registry, see what was recorded and what wasn't and how far back. And if you really wanna go back, get some good reading on the town reports from way back in the 1900. There's some of those in here, and Cindy should have the biggest share of them, because the town clerk has to record all the town meetings and the actions that were taken, so. You caught me on that one, Old Mall House Road, I had never heard of that. But David did.
Yep. Meridian Land Services did. Jack Kelly.
Okay,
Okay.
where is Jack Kelly? It wouldn't, no, I wouldn't pay them to call him, I don't think.
No, he's been out of there for a long time.
He
He
wouldn't
retired
remember,
early.
he wouldn't
got some-
remember Inbar, never mind Mall House Road, right?
What's that?
Would he remember Inbar?
Oh, yeah,
He would?
yeah.
Okay. And don't hesitate to come back if you got any other question. I don't know if we can help you, but we'll try.
We'll see what we can do, what we come up with more information for you.
Okay.
We just wanted to see where we could start from.
Well, I don't know if I've actually clarified where you
Well,
start from, but
That's a start.
Yeah, I mean,
what you need to do if you're gonna be looking at it in respect of a town road, you have to bring it up to the class 5 standard, so. There's some other things you're gonna, I don't know what the distance between the stone walls would be there either.
It's quite a ways,
Between them,
yeah.
you're gonna
I
need,
don't know how much, but,
you're gonna need 20 feet of pavement just to pave it.
yeah.
Unless there's some way you can convince some people down the road to leave it gravel, but I don't think that's gonna happen. You?
Nope. We figured that.
You did?
Yeah.
You've been around a long time, huh, Dean?
Yeah, I even figured they were gonna make me put granite curbing in.
Granite curbing?
I noticed in a couple developments. around
Planning board
town,
pretty,
they have-
huh?
I noticed a couple of places they've had granite curbing put in. Jesus.
Sometimes a contractor decides to do it too.
What are you talking
This-
about, Ed?
If I was ever gonna do it, this contract.
You mean the folks up the road and so
Yeah,
forth?
one hell of that. Okay, well,
They
thank you
did
very
that-
much, we appreciate
I
your
don't think
time.
that,
We'll get back to you.
that wasn't required by the town, I don't think, granite curbing, but.
Thank you.
I hope not.
Okay,
Anyway,
I'll have Hazel.
I can
All right.
give you another map if you'd like one, or is that all you need?
No, that's fine.
Oh, we're-
Okay, great, thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Hey, you've taught me
Have a nice
something.
night, folks.
Thanks for coming.
Yep.
I learned
Have a
something,
nice night.
You too.
even after all these years. Hey, I still can learn, see? All right, next case, where are they? You got them?
No, actually, we got him last,
We only have two other, is that what it is? Two, where are they? This one?
It should be in the business one.
oh, we got some more that came in, or?
No, what happened is, 2 weeks ago, the pool bids, all 4 of them came in
Yeah.
significantly higher than what we have for
Yeah,
ice.
they were higher than what we
I
had.
remember that.
Right now, we have about $100,000, and the lowest one came in at $150,000.
Yeah.
So Peter and I met with 2 of the companies and went over them again, and they resubmitted bids, taking some of the work out that
Yeah.
we can do in the spring, so hopefully we can put another warrant article on, and
Okay.
get the rest of it finished.
All right, so far, the South Shore gunite is 160. These are still good prices.
No, that's what they came at originally.
Originally.
Now they're both, South Shore Gunite and Torphy Construction are under 100,000.
Torpy Construction.
And they're,
Who the heck is
Torpy's out
Torpy?
of Peterborough.
No,
Yeah.
he used to work for Sepulveda, probably in this same building, did he?
I love it when I say something and you already know the answer. It's just like old Malt House.
Did you ever work in this building?
Across the street,
I thought so.
Now I know why he looked
Huh?
familiar.
with Marvin Solomon? Yeah.
Marvin, my way or the highway? That's what he used to say, wasn't it?
What was the recommendation of yours and Peter's?
Peter and I are recommending South Shore Gunite, only because they, actually both of them would be
Hey, you wanna
fine.
read it?
South Shore Gunite is going to do the
You
decking
haven't seen
first.
him, have
No, I saw the original.
you? Okay. You said the only reason is what? Because they did the original,
Well, no,
they didn't do that pool.
No, that's not what you were saying.
No,
She
no,
said
no,
that
I
they
was just
said they
saying
were
that
doing the decking.
they're going to do the decking first, where the other one was recommending not to do the decking, but if you don't do the decking, there's a problem with, at the top of the pool, so we actually liked his explanation.
So, Topi Construction didn't recommend the decking?
They recommend waiting until the spring for the decking, which either way actually would work.
Was there a reason why you did that?
Actually, we thought that was the way the town was leaning, so we.
You thought what? The way they were leaning?
We assumed the town was leaning towards redoing the pool, and we could get more out of doing the pool, or more out of the $100,000 by doing the pool and saving the decking.
And saving the decking
for
for
later.
Yeah, so like I said, for us, I mean, either way, it was going to be fine.
I guess my question is, obviously, we still have to put together another warrant article.
Mhm.
How much is the decking gonna cost to do, if we took the construction company, the decking is gonna be how much?
About 48,000, right? Yeah.
Alright,
Yeah, we're going to look at a warrant article for 50,000 more.
alright, and that's even with South Shore kinda,
Mm-hmm, yep,
Now-
to finish it.
okay. Now, what are they leaving off? I mean, obviously, the decking's 48,000, then that's the major thing they're leaving off. What is South Shore leaving
Well,
off?
if you read, I'd have to read it, you have to read it to see what it is.
What, the
they're-
difference or what they
Yeah.
left off?
Yeah.
But they've got like, yeah,
Where's Bill Torpy?
we don't need to make we can make a decision on this in 2 weeks.
You certainly can, except we do need to start.
Yeah, and the reason being is, I mean, and it's not that I don't accept your recommendation,
Mhm.
because I would go with your recommendation. That's just, I don't understand the pool enough, like, okay, so if you do, there's nothing underneath the decking that has to be done? I know.
There is, yeah.
Randy Shane? Never heard of him either.
He's not here tonight either.
He didn't come with you? No, there's nobody with you,
I
is there?
talked to him in my pocket.
He was here the last time, wasn't he?
I was here, yeah.
Wasn't he with you then?
But no, I am ready.
Huh?
That's Randy.
You're Randy, I'm thinking
Yeah,
of
I
Bill.
left Bill at home.
Yeah, I was thinking, geez, that Bill Torpy changed. You don't have your glasses on, Randy.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I lost them a
Put your
long time
glasses
ago.
on, then I'll recognize you,
That's
maybe.
what it
I
was.
don't know. Huh?
I forgot about him and George remembers.
That's right.
You don't wear them anymore either?
No.
Good for you. Neither do I. Thank goodness. Okay, so your bid was 99,591, right? So you're recommending which?
We recommended South Shore Gunite only because his explanation seemed a little more, but I understand what you're saying, where you didn't realize that we could do the decking now and didn't do the rest of the pool. You know, so for us, it did not matter. I mean, they both came in within like $100 each.
Here's the $1 million question, I guess. Let's say there's some chance that you put out one article and it doesn't pass.
Mhm.
Which one of these is the pool gonna be able to be used
It is,
no matter what?
no matter what.
No matter what company we go to?
Yep, it's going to be able to be used.
Okay.
Your office is in Peterborough, Randy?
Yes, it is.
Well, guess we got a decision.
Yeah,
don't we?
I guess we can make a decision.
What is it?
I don't know.
You don't know?
I mean, I wanna take the guidance of the municipal public works director and town administrator. I just have a thing where I like to employ locally also.
That's what I was
No
thinking.
pressure.
No,
I was thinking the same.
I
thing.
can
And
make
that's
it
how-
feels funny.
no, it has nothing to do with you. I mean,
How
it's.
many pools have you done, Randy?
We've done one other pool. The
One other?
The Peterborough pool,
Oh, you did Peterborough's?
the Peterborough.
Really? That's something. Generally, you build houses and build big buildings, right?
Renovates buildings. We're also doing another pool in Springfield, New Hampshire, or Springfield, Massachusetts.
You are? Oh. So, you've had some experience in that field. I was kinda thought you were just general construction, but as far as industrial 25s and all that, you can do those in your sleep, right? Hmm? You do 25 in your
We need
sleep,
someone to want more of those.
huh?
We need someone to want more of those,
You-
a lot more of
I
those.
think you guys built too many the last time. Supplemental built how many of them?
60?
Thousands,
Yeah,
huh?
lots of them.
Used to go and hang one of those in one day. Bing, 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 all iron was up and the deck was on the roof.
You know,
Remember those days, Randy?
those were fun days.
Yeah, all the money you made. You were a project, did you end up being a project manager?
Yeah,
I thought so.
ultimately.
Huh?
Yeah, yeah, that's right.
And you never worked with that other outfit?
They used to, serve lunch. Lunch was included as part of the package.
Yeah.
Oh, that was nice. Downstairs, yeah.
Had a free cafeteria practically. You're going to get a meal for $1, right? Or less, huh?
Yeah,
The whole downstairs with a cafeteria.
Okay.
All right,
We're
there he
discussing
is.
the pool
What's
bids.
happening? Nothing?
All four pool
Way too
bids
much.
came in over what we have for money.
Yeah.
Quite significantly over, but two companies, Torphy Construction and South Shore Gunite Pool, met with Peter and I and can do part of it now and then hopefully we can get a warrant article on and maybe approved in the spring to finish the rest of it next
Yeah.
year. So now the discussion is who do we, I mean, it's within $100 of each other and
Which two is it? I know the one in
South Shore
Peter.
Gunite.
South Shore Gunite and Torpy Construction.
And where's South Shore out of?
Yeah.
Chelmsford.
Is it Chelmsford?
Yep.
Identical bids for quality and,
well, no, actually, they both did different, South Shore is recommending doing the decking first, And then they actually recommended doing the rest of the work first and putting the waiting for the decking into the spring.
Yeah.
Either way, in both bids, the pool will be
Will be
open even
open.
if we couldn't
Yeah.
get a warrant article
Right.
passed.
Right,
Yeah.
okay. But when the project's done on both sides, they would be identical.
Pretty
Yes.
much.
No, and just, that's what, I guess, is where
As
it's
long
going.
as we get a warrant article
As long as we get
passed
a
with
warrant
the
article, it's just trying to figure out which way we go.
That's right.
What do we need, another 50,000?
50,000.
Yeah. Okay, you wanna read that first before we vote? We're gonna vote tonight, I think.
Yep, no, I wouldn't mind if you don't have a problem with that, George.
If you don't want,
If I get a chance to read that real quick.
Yeah, no, you
Take
got,
your time.
yeah, I'm.
Okay.
this is for
Yep.
posterity.
By all means, I think it's a good investment for the town. It's been a good investment down there so far, so.
One point Michael made, which I thought about anyway, was that the
Thank you.
Scorpio Construction is out of Peterborough, so
Mhm.
it's close. And if we need to call them up and holler at them, we get Randy with both ears.
I mean, South Shore
Right, Randy?
Gunite's a reputable
Yeah.
reputable
No, they
company
are.
also.
There's no doubt about it.
They do the work now.
But they didn't
No.
do the work, they didn't build the original pool, I'm trying to,
No.
what the heck was that
They
company?
do the maintenance.
From Nashville, wasn't it? You got the name in there. It was a lot more than what that bid is, naturally. Quite a while ago, too. We had a government grant for that one. Put up Whittemore Hill land against it. That's quite a while ago, huh, David? Were you around 1981?
Yeah, I
Remember
think
that?
so,
Can
yeah.
I see the information?
Of course you can.
How long were you around when it was first built, George?
I wasn't here then.
Oh,
What
okay.
year was that? 46?
I don't know. I thought
When they ran the brook through there?
Yeah,
Used to get all the water from the brook. That was George Silver's land. Oscar Somro, George Somro. Remember when they were partners? You must
yes,
remember.
I worked for him,
You worked for them?
yeah.
Which one, Oscar or George or both?
George,
Him and the dog? No, he wasn't the one with the dog, that was Oscar. Dog went everywhere with him, didn't he?
yeah. We built the road between Route 124 and 123, across there behind, Wooden Things. Well, it was already there, but it wasn't much of a road, but,
124 and 123?
yeah, up by Wooden Things.
Yeah.
That's across,
What are you talking about, Nashville Road?
yeah.
Well, a small part of it's in New Ipswich. And South Road's even less in New Ipswich. That's the other one that goes straight there. Remember the old Linda farm that was there? You weren't in a hurry, were you, Randy?
I'm sorry?
Are you in a hurry?
But I'm feeling a little maybe a little out of place.
What?
for that. Maybe I'm feeling a little out of place. It's, watching, I figured it'd be worthwhile coming in to look.
Well, glad you came.
Yeah.
I haven't seen you since the last time. No, how long ago was it? Years.
You might not have been retired. It's been quite a while.
I wasn't retired then, no. I was running a crane,
Yeah.
Supplemental. That was a long time ago. What year did you leave here?
Boy, the doors were closing. I went out, 88, 89,
Yeah.
in the area since.
And then you went to work for that other outfit.
Went over to Ridge for a while, for about 10 years.
You worked for Suppler, right?
Yeah, with
Yeah.
Supple.
They're still in business.
They're still around. They're still giving us a tough time on bid day too.
Are they? You bid on Demolis's Market Basket?
We'll do that occasionally, yeah.
You built it, some, didn't you? I thought you did. Huh? I worked on some of Topi's jobs before, believe it or not. Okay, what's your conclusion?
We do have a recommendation from
Yep.
Peter and the town administrator
Yes,
for
he
South
read
Shore
this,
gun night.
They're recommending South Shore. I like the process that Peterborough has in place, especially with installing the new drains and sealing that up. I think both would do a great job. I think getting the new tile and the interior of the pool done first and then putting the deck on would be a good move.
You do?
I do. I think that would be.
What's your feeling? Go ahead, you already voiced it.
I voiced it twice, I mean, I do not like that.
Proximity because they're close?
I like that, but I also like to take the advice of people that we pay to do a job too.
And 100%, by all means, I'm not going to disagree with that.
Maybe, I don't know, maybe they didn't take that into consideration either. Did you?
No, because South Shore Gunner does the work at the pool now.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
it just, and whichever one you go to, Peter and I will be fine.
Oh, I know,
We're
but-
okay with both
Yep.
of the plans.
But
I just wanna, again, express
I mean,
that
we're
we
not-
do have, I don't like to short circuit anyone that you put in a position to do something.
No, but I guess my other thought was, just, is the warrant that we passed last fall is really more geared towards getting the tiling and the not necessarily the decking. What everybody expected was all the internal, that and the retiling and the walls of the pool. And that's kind of what was passed for a warrant article last year, and that kind of meets what they were looking at, and hopefully we can get the new deck put on top afterwards.
Okay,
With a new-
so what you're saying is that you feel that you could wait and then do the deck next spring?
I would like to be.
As long as we pass a warrant article.
As long as the warrant article
Oh, yeah.
passes, but I think that would meet the first warrant article a little closer, that's all. And I think both meets
I agree,
The grind.
I agree with you in that regard, yeah.
the criteria.
We'll make a motion. No?
I'll make a motion that we go with the outfit out of Peterborough, I can't remember their name.
Toffee Construction.
Toffee
William
Construction.
Torpy, Randy Shane's a representative
Yep.
sitting there. You don't have Kent Warden working with you, do you?
No,
No.
I haven't run into him since I've last seen you.
Okay. All right. All right, you made the motion?
I'll make that motion.
I'll second it for a bid of, what was it, 99? Yeah, 99.
It's on the back.
There it is. No, it is, no.
There's, yeah,
Huh?
99.9, or 591.
It's over here. It's in the letter, right? It was, I thought. All right, 99,000. That's a figure.
591.
Oh, down here it wasn't. Right before my very eyes it appeared. Randy Shane's name. Okay, $99,591 and no cents. With the recommendation that the deck be put on in the year 2014, hopefully with the passing of a warrant article. And if it doesn't, then what do we do?
Now, is there money still left in the cap reserve? It's gone.
No, just a few thousand. Yeah.
Alright.
No, I looked into that.
From pool?
Yeah, this pretty well drains it.
Okay, I second your motion then. All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Okay, the vote was unanimous, 3-0 that, Torpy Construction from Peterborough, suite number, whatever it was, is gonna do the job, right? When are you gonna start?
We're putting it together,
Tomorrow.
we'll wanna get started right away. There's
Pool is gonna be
there's a
closed.
time frame associated
Yes.
with it.
The
We
pool
can start
closed
things
now?
together.
It is closed, it's not winterized though, because we knew the work would be getting done.
And, you can do it right away then.
Yes.
You got all the materials ordered and everything.
We
I
need to
know
make sure
you.
you like the colors.
Huh? You gonna bring us samples next time? Is that what you're gonna do? Come on, Randy. All
I'll
right.
jump right in.
I think South Shore has been, like you said, they have been involved with the town of Lewisburg for quite a while, actually, a number of years.
And we're very appreciative of their bid, by all
Yeah.
means.
I would think that we should send them a letter of thanks for all the past work they've done.
I'll send it to all three of the other bids to look through.
Okay. All right, so I guess that solves that pool dilemma. I guess it wasn't really a dilemma, or hopefully it won't be a dilemma even with the deck. If people will realize that you need it, right? But you can,
You
you
can
said
pay
you
that,
can, you said you can still run it without that?
that's what,
Yeah.
that's the whole reason why I asked those questions.
No,
Okay,
that's a very good question.
I mean,
and if you don't have it, you still have a pool program.
you can pay now or pay later, it usually costs more when you pay later.
All right, that's the end of that one. You can go home a happy man.
Thank you very much.
What do you think of that? The last time you left here, you probably weren't very happy. A few years, number of years ago.
I've been shown the door more than once.
Oh, Randy.
That's good.
All right, Randy, thanks for coming.
Good evening.
All right, we're gonna have to go into executive session, but we need to do that policy. You read that?
Not yet.
You guys can, I just put it in there so you can,
Alright,
Well, we can do
So I
that.
can take a
You wanna
copy.
do that next time?
Yeah.
you can do it next, yeah.
I'll take a copy of it.
All right, you're
And
familiar
I'll
with,
also have the safety manual's done in draft form right now, so.
this here is
Another easement?
it is, it's the same one you signed before, but because of the fact that you can't have two-sided easements, apparently.
It just
You
needs to
have
be
to
signed
just
again.
re-sign it and do it over again. It's the same thing, same action we took last time for, the telephone company. All right,
So we don't have to make another motion.
this
No,
is gonna be
no, Just needs to be signed.
minutes we've already done from August. We
And I
did
can
that
give
one.
you a copy.
All right, now, one other business thing that we need to do is this.
Alright, you want me to sign the minutes?
Yes, you can. Then I will, then Ben will, and then we'll give them to Roberta and get rid of them. We already voted on it, Ben. So if you see any errors or omissions, then make sure that.
Oh, that's last week's minutes, no, I went through those.
What? What'd you say?
I went through, yeah.
You were here.
Yep, no, and I also got them, so I went through them.
Roberta.
There you go.
The man on the street.
Now,
Yes.
What?
I'll wait till you're done, I mean, we'll do that in public.
And you just, yeah,
Yeah, we have to do that one in public.
Yeah.
Yes, we do. Yeah, put this back
Get
in,
it done.
give that to Roberta.
By all means.
Then we can go on to bigger and greater things, maybe,
Yeah.
or maybe not.
There you go.
Okay. Just so you know, the state has recommended, you read this,
Yeah. I read the
that
whole file.
David Leo be once more be a
Fire warden,
fire warden. Is he the only one?
those are his deputies.
Okay. Is there anybody on there that you object to? No? I don't think it does
I never-
much good now anyway.
I never
No.
thought of objecting to anyone.
Okay, just checking. Those are all deputies.
Now-
Gosh, there used to be only like 3 or 4 of them.
Now-
Now look at them.
Now, how does they get paid though? Is that something, is it just like an added thing?
only if they respond to a fire, the
A
town
forest
pays
fire?
them a forest fire.
We pay them and then you get
And then you
reimbursed.
half
Okay.
is reimbursed from the state.
Well, all firefighters, not just them. Any firefighter that fights a forest fire will
A
get
forest fire,
reimbursed.
you're right, right, half of it will be paid.
These guys are just so-called deputy wardens
Alright,
for this area. Okay, for your information, that's Walt Mills. There's nothing that has to be signed on this one, is
No,
Yeah,
it's
the-
just information.
there? You got
Yeah.
the last one I signed when I left it on your desk?
that's just about Yip-Ya,
Hmm?
Right.
and,
Which one? This?
If they don't agree to, sell their property, the state is taking it by eminent domain, those two properties.
Oh, at the entrance?
So they just sent us, just notifying, we got a copy of it too.
Okay.
All right, so there's 2.
It's two.
Who's the other one? There's 2. Well, there was two,
Yeah,
'cause they were
two, yeah.
definitely having a hard time. This is from Giselle Tebow. Oh, that, she works for the Warwick Mills, that's right.
That's who it's to, isn't it?
Why, Warwick Mills?
Yeah.
I thought Warwick Mills had agreed to give them an easement.
They haven't signed the paperwork,
This
so
was
they're
the
giving them,
central-
I think,
no.
30 days now.
Linda, what's her name, Linda Smith is the lady's name, but there were two other people that they weren't able to work with at one point.
Is that this other one here? Is that
Hmm.
Aquamill?
Hmm? Aquamill, yes, which is, yeah, that's that. Yeah, that's, I never heard of them before, actually. I looked it up, who the heck are they? I can't remember now, it doesn't matter, but, so those are the two that you got. Right?
Yes.
Warwick Mills and Aquamill. Cindy got 'em. So that's just to inform us that they could take them by eminent domain anyway, which is possibly what they'll do. All right, we need to sign this for,
You need to sign that
Yes,
because you are the one that we had authorized.
and this will be the last one, it
I
closes
thought I
out.
just signed one for them.
You did, it was another number, it was a
Hmm?
different one.
That
This
was
is
the
the
other
last
one?
one, yep,
All right, so this is the last one from Rachel?
from Rebecca.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Maybe I think it, Rachel
From
Boyd,
Warwick Mills.
Rebecca, I should know, she's related to David Kotzen. Right? Aren't you related to her? Isn't that what you informed me one night? But I never figured out how.
Some kind of, you never will, George. You rack your brain.
I never will?
No, you won't figure it
Not
out.
unless you tell me.
Yes.
And
She
you're not
might
gonna tell me, you're gonna keep me guessing.
She might tell you, George.
Who, Roberta?
Yeah.
Roberta. Rebecca?
Becky,
Not Roberta.
she's the lady with the money, right?
She works for the planning
Yeah.
commission. Lives in
Rebecca.
She lives in Fitzwilliam, I know that, but
She hands out those
$500,000
checks.
I don't know how she's related to you.
I'm trying to get one of those checks, George.
Must be through your
And
mother.
I'm gonna retire.
That's what it was, through your mother.
To my mother,
When you actually do that, can you tell me how you did it so?
you're next to mine.
Probably was through your mother, I don't know. Wasn't your father, was it?
No,
I don't think so.
I have a
it's on
question.
the other side,
Oh, your mother was Finnish.
yeah,
Her name was Mackie, right?
yeah. No relation to you, George.
Not
No.
me.
That plan New Hampshire, what's,
All right, we're gonna discuss that in just
Alright.
about 2 minutes. Let's do this thing here.
alright,
This, you see that? All right. That's the only one you got.
That's it, and that was right beyond the
Hmm?
yeah, that don't matter.
decline, but it doesn't matter, no.
He's looking at a bid on that trailer at 37 Tote Drive, a mobile home that we're trying to get rid of, get out from under, whatever.
Trying to get rid of it.
Huh?
Trying to get rid
You
of it.
wanna
Go
buy
ahead,
it?
sales.
Quick, you better hurry up. You got 2 minutes.
To make a sale bid.
Put a bid in, quick.
Okay,
$500.
that's the only bid?
5?
That's not right.
What's not right?
Because you never got a chance to inspect what it was.
Yeah, you have no idea.
Oh, really?
$490 high.
How much?
Jeez.
All right.
I'll make a motion.
Go
So the
ahead.
bid is for how much?
1 minute, I'll tell you.
1 minute.
Will you make a
I'll make a
motion?
motion that we accept our one and only bid on trailer at 36 tote.
37.
37?
No, don't
He
go to
wrote down
36.
39 on his bid, make sure
I
that,
see, I thought it was 36.
make sure
Did
it's,
you look at the right?
he knows
copy?
exactly
It is
which one it is.
37, right? Of course
It is 37, he did go in it,
Okay,
yes.
I'll make a
I
motion
should
that we
know.
accept the bid of $100 for 37 tote road.
And who gave the bid?
What?
From,
Stephen Law. Stephen Law. He lives in New Ipswich, I believe, doesn't he? Or doesn't he?
L-U,
L-O-W-E.
well,
If I'm not mistaken, he's the.
can I get a second on
I
that?
will second your motion, I was being polite, Mike.
I'm sorry.
Okay, this is what he says. I'd like to offer $100. $100, he wrote it out, for the property as is.
free of liens.
Free of all liens as of September 2013 or sooner. All right. I don't think there's any other liens that we're against except for tax liens, are there?
Can you please amend your motion to say free of town tax liens? We
Yeah.
cannot control what else
Yeah.
might be on there.
Free of town tax liens.
Only.
Yeah,
Well,
well,
I
second,
have
that's still
Yeah,
There aren't any other things that I do as far as,
town law.
Yeah.
that's right.
We cannot control any park
That's right.
fees.
And I explained that to
the
him.
park fees,
Yep.
That was in decent shape.
we're up to date, right?
Yes.
Okay. And you talked to Joey Bosley.
I talked to Joey and I talked to Stephen.
Okay.
And it's up to them two to decide whether Stephen can stay there or not. We're just
Yep,
getting
oh no,
the trailer.
the trail's gone.
Then you're gonna have to make up a deed.
Yep.
That's all it's on. Is that
Hey.
easier said than done, right?
Well, we,
Well, I'll have it ready for the next meeting so you guys
You
can
know how to
sign
make
it.
those up. You've
Yeah.
done it before, haven't you? You don't need a lawyer.
No, I can do it.
Other people used to have a lawyer when they
I
did.
know.
No, I can do it.
Alright, I've got a second for my motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, yeah, the vote was unanimous, 3-0. $100. Might as well get off from under it, fleas and all. It was full of fleas.
Oh,
Alright.
really?
Yeah.
I was looking at the, you wanna do that first?
Well, go ahead, tell us what you're
I was
looking at.
looking at the, revenues and, not revenues, expenditures. And I looked into, at the tax collector, that we had a workman's compensation thing for $485.
What?
Yeah.
What's it for?
I don't know.
Is it to pay,
No,
pay a premium, or is it?
that's what I didn't understand.
No, that's what you paid out, was
Yeah, I mean,
$485. Well,
Right, it would have been for,
obviously, whatever was figured in there was figured too little, because it's a minus.
yeah, but even with the tax collector, I mean, if you look at,
These are your figures here,
Yeah.
what was spent in that period, $507.
yeah,
The current year expenditure is 507.10.
Yeah.
Oh, you
But-
mean, why did you come out here like
no,
this?
yeah, but what I'm saying, if you go to treasurer, right? Drop down to treasurer.
Yeah,
Workman's
comp,
comp is $32.
Yeah, but it's by the number of hours worked.
plus your
The
fact,
treasurer works more than a tax collector.
yeah, but part of it too is the tax collectors,
okay, Nancy,
it's not based on the
Okay.
salary,
Alright.
is it?
I'm not sure why that,
Yeah, but I mean, that's an absorbent number.
that is, yeah.
Yeah, but you only had $22 according to that was
Yeah, but
budgeted.
you had 32 for the treasurer. There's two people that work in the treasurer's office.
The reason would have been, I don't know how it got calculated.
I'm
like
just,
that, but-
it's just something that stuck out.
For it to be that large, I
Yeah.
would say it was an error on the line item, but I would have to verify that.
I mean, if you look at any other department,
It's not
It's
nearly
not
that
that
high.
high,
Yeah.
no, we would not pay that high,
No.
that much.
That can be rectified, I think.
Yes,
Did the auditors find any drastic things wrong?
nothing yet,
You
no.
haven't got a report
I
anyway.
mean, even, see, I didn't even recognize this one. Emergency management, workers' compensation, $395.
That's what was budgeted.
Yeah,
And actual expenditures are what?
0.
Now, there's-
Current year expenditures, yeah, they spent $394.
that would be on his salary,
But that
probably.
doesn't make sense.
That don't, yeah, but if you have a $7,000 salary,
Yeah, that's not, no,
Well, 7 plus Beverly's is changed, what did it change?
I'm just saying, I mean, it's
No.
just,
well, hers is a lot more, so it would have been more than
Yeah.
32.
It'd be
That's-
double that probably.
I'll have to look, I don't know how that was created, I don't know what figure she.
no, I did, again, just, I mean,
Where's your, well, you don't have it with you,
what?
the original budget figures, no?
Yeah, whatever's, I
No,
mean,
no,
I know.
From when we first
Oh,
started
I
way
know.
back.
You'd have to get a town report.
No, you don't.
I
I know you
mean,
got it all written down at home.
yeah, but I don't have, again, I don't have it with me.
No, I know. But,
It's just something that's just stood out, it's like, that's, in emergency management, that's so high, they actually, both of those have expended their budgets, I mean, $394 for emergency management,
what do you got, fire workers' compensation?
Yeah.
Zero?
no,
Huh?
two
Oh,
thousand eight
It's in there
hundred,
twice? Oh, what is that? That's compensation?
Yeah,
Well,
but
that-
they
that's
might
just a-
change the line now.
Yeah, I guess that's what happened.
And you'd understand that,
That's
that would be,
22,
but,
28?
yeah, but it's a budget of 100,000. How much is the budget, 100,000?
No, salaries?
But, yeah, and that's what I'm saying, the salary line is $50,000.
Twice.
Yeah,
I'm not-
no, it's 100 and, no,
What'd I just say? The first one is with 33 firefighters, but they varied so much.
yeah. But what I'm just saying, I mean, again, for the tax collector, it's, I mean, the treasurer's
Yeah,
office, I didn't
no,
even
I understand. What's the
understand.
town, see what the town clerk
Yeah,
says.
the town clerk, right here. Ruckman's compensation, $100.
That's what
And
was
it,
spent.
and maybe unless the numbers are reversed from each department,
Right, I'll check into that and get that for you.
You got two people that were paying workers' comp on, right?
no, there's no deputy tax collector right now.
That's the deputy town clerk, it has to be.
No, there's an assistant town, a town
You're
clerk
still
assistant.
paying, if she's an employee, you're still paying workers'
Yeah,
comp on.
but she's not out of the tax collector's office.
She's still getting paid from the tax collector,
Yes, she
8
does.
hours a week.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's-
Okay, what was your next question? You wanna go to what? You were asking about charrette? Yeah, this one's planned.
Oh, yeah, no, I was asking what it was. the
Did you
plan.
look at that?
I looked at it
Have
briefly.
you
I've
ever
not
looked at that?
this.
All right, in the meantime, you had a couple questions? Can you do
Well,
quick?
other than,
Do 'em quick?
alternately, or finding an alternate finance, problem for your town, I have her ordering a county commissioner's manual, which will help us out, so we can find out their business, their order.
This one.
And also growing my business, how else can I help this town?
Oh, let's see.
I need to be busier.
You don't have any money, right? No.
Really no cash. But that's never really mattered to me anyway.
Yeah, but it does to the town.
I'm still livid.
The town has to have money to run.
Well, that's what I'm trying
We
to
could
find
use
you.
we could use a generous benefactor, probably. I don't know how we'd work around it, but.
I've just been racking my brains learning,
What to
all the
do?
ways to where, we can get this financing through the, 40% of political subdivision that you guys are deserving. Through their laws.
Well, it benefits everybody, all taxpayers.
Right.
You're one of those, aren't you? Don't you own the place you live in? I thought you did.
No,
You don't own it?
I'm still
Oh,
renting.
Timber top?
still renting.
Yeah,
I've only been here 2 years.
only? It'll take you a couple more to become a native. How many
That's
years?
what I'm trying.
How many years it take, David?
To be a native,
Yep.
Well, that's-
90, I think.
I was gonna say, I mean, I was elected, 2 years ago, and I'm still not.
You're not a native yet.
Yeah, my oldest daughter's gonna be 20, and she was born here, so.
George just made it,
No, I didn't make it. I was
Yeah.
elected 43 years ago, and I'm still not a native.
almost a native.
No,
That's
almost don't count. You don't believe it? Ask some of the old timers. They'll tell you. You weren't born in New Ipswich. I got more rights than you do. You ever heard that before?
What?
I heard somebody sit right here in a meeting one night in planning board and say that.
That's because you're trying to take all their rights away, George.
Or what?
So,
No,
What?
just trying to be equal. Equality, fair.
do we?
What do you
How
want?
come some
just
people are
wondering
more
what that
equal
plan
than
Sure,
others?
right. All right,
Do you
why
want me
don't,
to explain it?
Roberta, why don't you take, because you've had direct contact with it and gone through it and everything, why don't you just explain it to,
Basically what a charrette is, it's a brainstorming session, where lots of ideas, people get together, they bring forth ideas of what can be done in town in certain spots that the town may be interested in, or a whole plan for the town. And what Plan New Hampshire is, it's a nonprofit organization that obtains, it's a professional association that obtains grants to pass on to the towns to hire the people to come in and do the charrettes. So, my thought is that we could put in an application for it for the town, and you know, there's a good chance that we might actually win the grant, it doesn't cost the town anything. I think it's about $60,000 is what the grant is, last I knew. And they would come in, they'd hire engineers and architects and come in for like a 3-day period, go through the whole town with the selectmen and myself and different people.
I'll put that.
And figure out, in the end, you'll leave with an actual plan of what could work in your town and what could improve it and what, you know, a good spot if Dollar General doesn't go in, you know, something like that area, what could actually go there.
Now, what's the cutoff date again? It's pretty
October
soon,
1st,
isn't
so I
it?
have to put
Yeah.
the application in, so I do need the support, I'm asking for the support of the select board and the planning board.
Is it gonna be coming up at planning board tomorrow night?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you already talked to Joanne
I talked
about
to
it?
Joanne and I'm going to, give her a memo and
Okay,
go along with it, yep.
so you wanna proceed with it?
Yes, I definitely will.
You?
I have no
Ben?
problem with proceeding with it.
It's
Sounds
something that-
beneficial.
Huh?
Yeah, yep, it is.
It was
Okay,
a
I
small
guess-
town in, well, previous town I lived in, Morgan Hill, California, just south of San Jose. It just seemed like there was nothing really to do. And, there was a commission there, I wasn't part of it, but, I did a bunch of volunteering for, there was, entertainment for the kids and the families, you know, just, movies, outdoor movies and stuff, little, vending people, you know, the local businesses, they got together and stuff, showed their wares, you know, sold stuff, and then, of course, you had your entertainment, music and a movie, basically. You would have local bands come in, and you'd have a movie in the evening time, stuff like that, so it's always beneficial to the
Right,
community.
it's a good idea.
Ashland, they did it up there, huh?
Yeah, they've done many different towns. I actually experienced it in 2008 in Winchester. We went through the whole thing. We have a charrette plan now.
Yeah, we went through it
You can do it in Brookline?
and, yeah, 2000.
Did they? Yep.
So you're familiar with it?
Yep.
All right. You can work on it then, right?
You can be the spearhead behind it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, where did, you got the forms already, don't you?
I do.
I thought you did.
Yep,
Pretty
I
sure they
just-
want 3 heads.
Hmm? What? What'd you say?
I need a motion to show your support of the application.
I'd make the motion that we, apply and see what we can get out of it to the Plan New Hampshire. I guess that's what it's called, more than a charrette, but
The New Hampshire charrette program.
New Hampshire charrette program for the year 2014, is that when it would be?
Yes.
When do you get the grants?
We'll know sometime at the beginning of the year.
I'll second that motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, the vote was unanimous to support that, so you can feel free to send your, forms and there is anything special we have to do with it?
And I just have to gather some information.
Yeah, but is there a lot of it? Probably, knowing those grant programs.
Yeah, there is. I'll just, as long as I can get the planning board support. you know, so then-
Yeah, I guess that was one of the key
Yeah.
things was planning
is,
board,
it
isn't it?
is,
Yeah,
yep.
it's probably more planning board than selectmen in a way. Because it comes under the guise of planning, if you will.
Yep.
Okay,
Alright.
all right, what, you had something else?
Nope.
Do you have anything else?
Not at this time.
Okay. Did you have anything more you wanna say, or did I cut you off before?
Just basically looking for a spot to fill here.
You want a
This
spot to
community.
fill? You can check into grants too. You know anything about grants?
I haven't looked into it yet.
You can work with Roberta if she, you know, I think she's willing to take whatever she can get for help as far as from people on the outside, public, right?
Any ideas you have, sure?
If there's any grants available that we would be eligible for, then we need to know about them, I guess. Is that your phone?
Yeah, that's not a big deal. It's just a message.
So, if anybody wants to, you know, come in here and work on any of those things, or have had experience in grants, writing and so forth, it would be appreciated. You never wrote any
No,
grants,
I have
did
no-
you? You ever worked on grants?
Oh, I've worked on grants, yeah, but I haven't written any.
You don't have the time to work on them now, right? Is that what you're gonna say?
Just
I
about.
don't blame you. Family comes first. No matter how you phrase it, right, Michael?
Oh, yeah.
All right, so, what was the other thing I was supposed to bring up then?
I do know a lady over in,
Oh, yeah,
over in San Jose, she's
San
done plenty
Jose.
of grants.
You know the way to San Jose?
I know the way to San Jose.
Remember that song, right?
But yeah, she's really experienced with the grants. I can get a lot of information from her.
Well, that would be appreciated if you could. You want that? Hmm?
Sure.
Sure. You said that with enthusiasm,
Sure.
didn't you? Right now,
Of course.
right now, she's just looking for help is what she's gonna try to tell you. In another month or two, she'll be screaming for it because of budgets and all that. You're coming into the busy times. We didn't define, when's the finance committee gonna meet the first time?
I don't know, I have to talk to,
Talk to who?
Who's the chairman?
Well, it was Gene, but it's not, they haven't got a chairman.
I don't know. They haven't
They have
told
to
me yet.
meet prior to it and elect a chairman, I suppose, or whatever. Maybe they'll elect the chairman the first night, but either way,
That's how it was when I was on. How about if I make a motion, we go to non-public?
there's nothing else that we need to do in public, is there?
Wait, David has something.
What do you want? David?
I just wonder, you were talking about planning for the town and stuff. The people that own Appleton Academy were at the Children's Fair, and they were,
Handing out,
yeah, brochures. I didn't talk to them, I didn't even know they were
They
there
hung
till
up,
after.
they handed out brochures?
yeah, because they're gonna do it, at the middle school, they're gonna do an internship.
Oh, they are?
Yeah.
That's
And I
nice.
think my wife was talking to them, and they said that they wanted to work with the town to give access to the campus there for the town to use, for, I don't know, maybe a small fee, or maybe like a rebate on the taxes if they're gonna be paying any taxes, or they wanna work with the town to let the town use that as a town common. I don't know if you've heard from them.
What is that museum gonna have in it? Do you know?
It's gonna be,
I don't
it's
know.
all inventions from, when he was a professor at MIT.
Oh, that's what it was? Oh.
A lot of electronics. I read the paper and but again, because it was 3 weeks ago, and I've read so many papers in the meantime, it's kinda tough, but
No.
he was, I think he was an electronics engineer at MIT. And a lot of,
Well, somebody bought it at least.
you know,
Right, and they haven't done much there that I can see, but they keep the lawn mowed. I
Didn't
see
he
that.
already, did he go to ZBA and all that already, or did he have to?
No, I don't
I
think
think he
so.
has to, don't he?
Yes, I'm
I
sure.
would think so.
Change of use,
Mm.
but,
The lady,
well, that's good news that they'd be willing to let the town use that campus as a town common. Probably just if.
the campus,
To maintain it and keep it up and whatever, but
the
they.
town maintains it anyway, don't they?
No,
You sure? When does it start?
since when?
You mean where the Civil War monument is and all that?
No.
Or you're talking about where?
Above the Civil War monument, you know,
Oh, up above in front of the school?
yes, that whole big, that's all fenced in, inside the road that goes,
Where the box, not box, where the
yeah, where
office
the,
was,
where the, yeah.
School
That
room.
would make a beautiful town
traveling
common.
classroom. That would make a nice common.
like I've said, since I've been a selectman, it's a shame the town never bought the building.
Yeah,
I-
you're right,
you know,
I agree,
I,
but majority rules.
yeah,
I-
no, and, you know, and that's a decision the town made, you know.
I mean,
But in my opinion, it was, and it's only my opinion.
Yeah.
And everyone's entitled to one, you know, but
Yeah.
I think it was a missed opportunity.
I graduated from Appleton and, you know, and a lot of my friends did and et cetera. But pretty soon, all the Appleton alumni are gonna be gone, so why would I wanna stick? So I said,
No.
well, majority rules and they didn't want it, so,
You unfortunately lost quite a few already.
yeah, I'm sure.
Okay.
Alright.
Anything else on that? Anything you wanna report from planning board?
Nope, I'm gonna have a meeting tomorrow night. We were actually, we have a conservation meeting on, next, not this Wednesday, the following Wednesday, where they're gonna discuss wetland buffers. And, but nothing on planning board because I haven't been there all summer. I don't even know if they're gonna
Right, so
actually
you-
let me come in tomorrow night, but
Right.
we'll find, because like I said, I haven't been there all summer. They're not gonna know
You're
who I
gonna
am.
be there tomorrow night?
Yeah,
Tom?
oh yeah, that's,
You got anything you wanna report on?
Anything at rec or anything?
I haven't heard anything from Rick.
You haven't met with him
I
at
haven't
all?
seen anything. No, I met with him 3 weeks ago, but other than that, we didn't.
Nothing about the poles at the park or anything? Or even the fence rails, or
Which pole, the
Nothing.
one from Mason?
no ones for Masons, or the rails on the fence that go in there?
I've talked to Mark about that. I don't know where the stand-up is on that. I
Mark
found
who?
him. Mark Crook.
What's he got to do with that?
The
Actually,
poles at for the sideline, he was the one trucking them.
Oh,
He did.
yeah, what you
we ain't
thought-
got-
oh,
no,
those,
no,
yeah.
actually, no, I was talking two different ones.
You told-
Okay,
George,
okay.
George is, see, I gotta do both.
No.
I was talking the fence rails,
I knew you
because
talked
we
fence
have all
rails.
that stuff at the highway department already.
Well, he had already ordered some.
Yeah.
And he can't get anybody to put them up.
I haven't
last
seen
thing I
any,
told
I
you.
haven't seen any
You
advertisement.
need special equipment to put some of those.
No,
carriers
let's, we're
on.
talking about the fence.
All right, go ahead.
But I haven't seen any type of work to get people to volunteer. You know what I mean?
I know
To-
exactly
to
what
go-
you mean.
To go
Are
and
the
get
poles
people,
still
you
in
have to
Mason
go.
As far as I know, yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
so the poles are still
Yeah.
down there. All right, that would probably be the first step, get the poles up here, wouldn't it?
Oh, yep.
But you can't find anybody to do that?
No.
I don't know where the hang up is. I went as far as I can go with it.
All right.
It's
The man on the
between
street,
two
what
other
do you wanna
people.
say now?
Yeah, I just wanted to say, I was gonna bring up those granite posts and
Yeah.
the bars across about 2 months ago, but I didn't. But now when you go for $50,000 more for the pool, and people are gonna say, we spent a lot of money on those poles, on those
Well-
granite posts, and it looks like crap down
Oh,
there, to be honest
A
with
year
you.
ago, I went and I had a gentleman in town fabricate the brackets for the posts. So they have the brackets to put the poles on. To get people, I mean, if you're gonna do it with volunteers, you have to be able to go out there and get the volunteers. You have to find a way, okay, look, we're looking for people who might wanna help out, but you have to go and do it. And I'm not saying that person might not have done that, but I haven't seen anything that says, hey,
Yeah, it's just like it's,
So you guys have stuff to complete this, or?
yeah,
All the materials are sitting there. It's
Yeah.
just each one has to be custom cut because the poles are not put uniformly.
You have to
And
do
that's
it.
the biggest
Yeah.
problem is that you can't cut these ahead of time. You got to do one by one.
Yeah.
All the rails.
Any way I can see it?
They're not
Oh
done.
sure. Anytime you want,
What do you
sir.
mean you can't cut them ahead of time?
Because all the measurements are different between poles.
not all, I measured every single one of those posts.
I'm going by what was
They're not
relayed
all
to me
different.
by the
No.
person that is in charge
Well, it's
of
just like
getting
any
this done.
project. I mean,
Yeah, you have your
Correct?
chop saw
Yes.
there, and you,
He told you they're all the same measurements?
No, he
Oh,
told me they're
not?
all different
No, they're
measurements. They have
not.
to be
There are
custom
some
cut.
that are, I
yeah,
agree
no,
with
there's some 10-footers, there's some 9-footers, there's some 8-footers.
you. That's out in the,
But
toward the
what I'm
front.
saying, until someone knows that there's a project to do,
Well,
I
that's why I'm
disagree
here.
with you, Mike. I'm not.
you
3 months
gotta
ago, Eric told me it
volunteer.
was getting done, I didn't realize it didn't, he told me
What?
3 months ago, I
I
asked
mean,
him.
No, when we talked then, he didn't have anybody lined up, and then about 2 weeks later, he said he couldn't get anybody to do it.
And another
And
thing,
that's and then when we talked
What?
3 weeks ago,
not
it still hadn't
only
been
are
done.
the new rails up, but some of the original ones are falling
no,
off.
no, you drive by there, I drove by there today to drop off some parts for someone at their house. There's poles that are on the ground, there's not picnic tables, there's, tables like this that are against the dugout that are just rotting there. I mean, yeah, like you said, you wanna go and try to get $50,000 to do a pole, oh, what, we're gonna spend $50,000 and still have the place look the way it
Yeah.
looks?
How much did they spend on those granite posts?
I don't know,
That was
quite a bit,
20,000,
and
wasn't it?
look at
It
it.
was
That
more
was
than
tw-
20,000, it was $35,000
Yeah.
article.
And
I
then
probably
they ran
would
out of
vote
money.
for the
They went
pool,
all the way down to Marvin Selmonson, now tell
Yes.
me why that happened.
you tell me.
We went down there and took them all out, and then took the ones that we took out over to the cemetery.
But if people are gonna vote for another 50 grand down there, and they got a bug about those
Huh?
granite posts, they're gonna vote no. So,
Yeah.
you should tell your pool committee, whoever's in charge down there, if anybody is, that
I
I
mean,
don't know.
and that becomes a problem, because you actually have no direction of a person. You would think that the rec director's in charge of the pack, but then who's in charge of the maintenance of the pack and stuff? There's no
Peter's in
clear.
charge of the
Yeah.
maintenance.
Yeah, I mean, and Peter picks up the trash and, you know, has
And I
stuff
had
repaired.
a conversation about those posts with Peter, and we're going, the plan is to get them done.
Yeah.
I had that conversation after I had it with Eric, and apparently that wasn't done.
Well, it
so-
would behoove you to get it done,
Yep.
if you're looking for another 50
Oh, no,
grand,
I
that's just,
totally agree
We'll
with
get
you.
done.
you know, cause
It
people look
was
at
started by
that.
volunteers in the beginning, remember?
Yeah,
Usually
But
what
you- but
happens is
you-
you have to
But,
finish it.
yeah,
Who's gonna do
The
it?
town does.
Peter? You,
The town is.
huh?
If it doesn't get done by volunteers, I'll make sure it gets done. I've already had the conversation with him.
Yeah, but why should he do it?
Well, because it's still town property,
yeah,
it doesn't
and,
matter.
and it's,
It
and it's.
needs to get done.
It needs to get done. It
And,
isn't-
and it's not just, you know, it's not the Department of Highway, you know, we're just doing gullies and cleaning out ditches and stuff like that. They do all general government stuff.
I understand that, but the Recreation Commission went out, they didn't go through Peter or anything, went out and bought $1,200 worth of rails this year, right?
Well, last
You
year.
get- No,
I don't think anything was
it was
purchased
this
this
year,
year.
I think it was.
Alright.
Okay.
Oh, listen.
But there was still some rails and so forth.
No,
in
See,
the,
no, wait a second, let's,
Go ahead, tell me.
before any rails, Peter had a list of exactly every rail he needed, that I went down there with my daughter. I had my daughter hold one side of the
Yeah,
tape,
okay.
I held the other side of the tape. I counted every bracket, and like I said, a person in town fabricated all the
I
brackets.
know that, I know who did it.
So, I mean,
See if there was $1,200.
that's what I'm looking at right now.
If
and-
there's not, then
No, I mean, but didn't Peter order them for the recreation department?
if you did, I don't know.
Because that was how it was supposed to be.
I was under the impression he said that Eric ordered it.
Well, unfortunately, with the departments and things that have volunteers, it doesn't always get done. So
No, I
it's all on
understand
the town
that.
to finish it.
But you can't, I guess my whole thing was that if no one knows that there's a project that needs to be done,
Right.
how do you do it?
Although it seems everyone knows that these need to get done.
But there's no one saying, okay, let's meet
I just
here.
learned about it today.
Yeah, let's
Yeah.
meet here at 7 o'clock.
Right.
When everyone gets out of work, and let's plan a Saturday where we do it.
Yeah.
There's nothing like that going on to drive and
So who did
spearhead.
the first part? Who did that?
That was
Volunteers.
2008.
Volunteers.
The
Okay,
town
because
bought-
they wanted the
Two
grant
select,
posts
well,
in.
one selectman at the time and the other guy had been a
No,
selectman.
I thought it was 2 selectmen at the time.
Maybe he was. Yeah, okay, I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. Two selectmen,
Maintenance.
not me.
Nope, you weren't even on the board when that was done.
No, I wasn't.
Basically, out of the maintenance budget, all that repairs and maintenance,
What
all
they
that's
show?
been spent is $157.
Okay, then the 1,200,
This-
what?
I thought it was
I
the year
know.
before.
See, the summer
Huh?
program.
I thought it was the year before.
All I know is what Peter told me, but maybe he was wrong.
The summer program was, there was $500 budgeted, and there was
You know, we went down there and
$1,233
pulled
spent.
those granite posts out of the ground, don't you?
What?
You know, we went down there and collected those rails and pulled the granite posts out of the ground, don't you?
Wasn't the highway department?
Yeah, with some urging. I was with them
Yeah.
every step of the way. We took them over to the cemetery.
Yeah, no, and that's why
And
the down in Smithville.
the rails that, were still good, we saved. There was 54 rails left over.
And there's still granite posts for the ones that are broken, and there's also gonna be a couple that need to be, if you go down Playground Road, if you go down Temple Road,
Yeah, good.
and then you take the left for Playground,
Yeah.
there's that corner that needs like 2 posts positioned, you're gonna have a little opening in the fence, but if you position the post right, you'll have the opening, but you'll still maintain the fence.
Some had already been replaced down there. Did you know that? They were.
Yeah, no, and I don't doubt that,
But like I said, they went all the way down to the end, which didn't make any sense to me at all, to go all the way down to past where the field stopped, right down to the wooded area.
to me, it would've looked good if you had just done on Temple Road and maybe a dozen up Playground Road, that would've been plenty.
Well, you haven't got too many more than that now.
Well, they go quite a ways.
oh no, you get the granite posts, you just don't have the things.
No, we don't have them all there. We took quite a few.
No,
out.
but it goes all the way up to the baseball, upper field.
Yeah,
Battlefield.
Actually, it goes beyond that, it goes in front of the tennis court.
It shouldn't go in front of the tennis
It
court
does.
either, as far as I'm concerned. Why are you trying to keep cars from, one of the objectives was to keep cars from driving up on those fields.
Yeah, but I mean, also it keeps it from getting on the grass in between the tennis court and the road.
As it was, the rails kept coming down, the brackets got broke.
Yeah, and what happens is the bolts, some of the bolts that, the
But you gotta
inserts need to
remember,
be drilled out.
some of those posts, granite posts in the beginning, when they put them in there, they were just set in there.
Yep,
If you went down there and looked, you'd find they were never, filled in around them.
Yeah,
Did
see-
you know that?
I believe that.
Oh, I know it.
Alright,
All right,
we've gone on my tantrum about fence posts. I will make a motion that you all set, David?
Yes.
I'm gonna make a motion that we enter non-public under RSA 91.
come on.
A, large, capital A, semicolon, 3,
Three.
Roman numeral 2, lowercase a,
And see,
and C also.
You got two different issues,
Yep.
at least two. Okay, you wanna say anything more before you leave? You're gonna help us in any way you
Other
can.
than help you out
right?
wherever you need it, you
Come
know.
down here and talk
for
to her.
improvements here in
Are
the
you around
community.
during the day?
Yeah.
Come down at 8 o'clock in the morning, whatever time. She's here at 6. No, she's not.
No, 6 to 10 o'clock.
No, she's not. I'm only kidding you. She comes in about 8:15 usually, but you should catch it before it gets too busy and hectic,
Alright.
if you can.
She'll put you to work.
Unless you, I mean, it's
I
up
can
to
be
her.
down
but
tomorrow morning.
I'm just trying to help her, huh?
I gotta let this little project dry out a little bit, so I don't have to get there until
All right.
later on in the morning.
So anyway, whatever, hey, if you're willing to volunteer, then generally there's different things. You could even be an alternate on planning board or, go and attend
Gotta
some
start
of the
out
meetings
somewhere.
and see, huh?
Gotta start out somewhere.
Conservation, whatever. You interested in conservation?
I was on, well, is that the same thing as like a wetlands commission type stuff?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
I used to be on that.
They only meet once a month, generally.
ZBA also.
ZBA.
They're always looking for
Are they
alternates.
still looking for alternates?
Yes,
Probably.
they are.
Yeah, they meet this Thursday.
They're not looking for members?
Yes, members.
Yeah, ZBA's,
Alternate members, not regular members? They're looking for
Yes,
regular
they-
members too?
They only have 4 regular members and 1 full-time alternate. Clark, and Clark doesn't wanna go anymore.
I know.
That's
Joanne's an
fine.
alternate. If she's
Right,
needed.
that's true, but they have 4 regular
they meet this
members.
Thursday at 7, right?
Yeah, 7:30,
Yeah.
I think.
So, I mean, that would be a good committee.
Yeah, go to the
Right.
zoning board.
Well, you're
I
gonna-
mean,
oh, you
yeah,
can't
the
make it, you
ZBA
can't.
Thursday and see what they do, and maybe that's something you'd be interested in.
did someone
Come
second?
I was
Oh,
on
yeah.
it for 12
Next
years, and,
I would like it.
yes.
I'm doing conservation.
Second?
I'll second the non-public motion.
Oh, okay. Mr. Collins,
Aye.
Mr. Lawrence, aye. Mr. Cargill,
Aye.
that was unanimous. We're now in a non-public and we won't,
Are you coming back in session?
no.
Okay.
No, well, we have to come back in the public session, but we can adjourn, because
After
we're
that.
not gonna basically make any decisions anyway, I don't think on either one of these.
this down?
Yeah, shut it down, go for it.
Even if we do make a decision,
We can
What?
announce it at the beginning of the next meeting.
yeah, that we can announce at the beginning of the next meeting.
You think so?
Yeah, I hope so.
All right,
That's okay, George.
what?
So we're out of here.
It's okay.
We're at it, we're kicked out.
You didn't get kicked out. Don't look at it like that.